What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Flicking on My Big Tarot, here where I bring you the beauty, juice, and spiritual truths. I'm your spirit guide host, Miss DC. And y'all, you do not have to believe in tarot. Do not exclude yourself from the message because this shit can actually happen. Collective, all my information will be in the description box below. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this video. And if this is so, drop a tip in my Cash App, leave a comment, and let me know. So y'all, this is going to be a quick video. I got to go to work in a little bit, but I wanted to kind of get this out. Sticking out. Something is sticking out. I don't know who that's for, but there's a reason why my hair was like that. Something is sticking out. Maybe it's your hair. I don't know. Maybe it's just mine. Someone just told me to say sticking out. All right, let's see what we have. Oh, I'm also using my Island Time Wellness Love Oracle card deck, as well as my Glow in the Dark Tarot. I have to find a way to do that. It's hard to see anything glow in the dark on camera, but we'll figure it out later. The Hammer wanted to come out. Sabotage. Water. Water. Blue, the color blue. So right now, somebody's in a process of healing. I feel like somebody put their hand on somebody's heart and pressed it downward. I don't know why I'm getting like somebody, it's kind of like I get this feeling of somebody wants to take a life yet not do it. It's kind of like, okay, it's kind of like strangulation. You strangle somebody so hard, but it's like you don't really want to kill them. You know what I'm saying? You just really want them to feel that almost last breath, and then you just kind of like let them go because you can't fully take their life, but you can, you know, you can strangle them or like squeeze them, suffocate them, and then just when you feel them just kind of starting to stop moving, you just kind of let it go. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is the energy that somebody might either be feeling or putting on someone else. So it's like somebody might be applying pressure to you to a point to where you feel like you're suffocating or you're losing your breath. But if you look at how her hand is being pressed down on that heart, yet she's sewing it together. And when I look at it, if you look at her face, her eyes are not being shown. It's just kind of like a, it's like a doctor. A doctor can shoot you, right? But once the doctor shoots you, if it's a good doctor, or I don't want to even say a righteous one, but if a doctor shoots you, right, and you go down, they literally have an obligation to save your life. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a situation like that, because a doctor is literally doctrined to save a life. It's in their contract to save lives to the best of their ability. It doesn't mean that a doctor can't try to kill somebody, but in the event that a doctor does shoot somebody, it's like, damn, I got to save your life. It's like if an intruder tried to break into a doctor's house and the doctor pulls out their gun and shoots them. Once the person goes down and they're no longer a threat, the doctor now has to try to heal this person, has to try to save their life if their life is in any form of harm after the shot. So it's like some people will get shot and then they'll take off running. You know what I'm saying? They might get shot in the arm and take off running. So they're not so badly wounded to the point where as soon as they get shot, they paralyzed and can't move. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like somebody is in this type of energy. It doesn't mean that this is what's going on, but this is the energy that I'm picking up. This is really, really harsh. So somebody is trying to heal from something that, and if you, again, look at the heart is literally split down the middle. You know what I'm saying? The heart is the basis for your feelings. your emotions. It's that intuition, not only where your gut is, but your heart as well. Your heart is what is it has that undescribable feeling. Even though it beats, it still has that, like, where does numbness come from? When you feel numb, it's like, how do you literally feel numb? I don't know if you all know, but I had an eyebrow razor and I was trying to take the plastic piece off. And in the process of trying to take it off, I pulled it real hard and the blade was pointing downward. So so it's like this. And as I'm trying to pull the plastic piece off, my finger gets completely gashed, right? To where it was split. Now that it has healed, my finger still right here feels numb. And this was months ago that happened. That numbness has not gone away on this side of my finger where the blade cut. Now on this side, it feels regular, like, but over here, it still feels a little numb. And it's kind of like, not where does numbness come from, but it's like the feeling of it. It just has like a odd feeling. Or when you have a stomach cramp, it's just an odd feeling. It's a weird feeling. It's like, damn, this shit hurts. But it's like, maybe I'm just very Aquarius because I think about shit like that. Like, I really try to understand pain and how it feels and where it comes from. You know what I'm saying? On a much deeper level. So I feel like somebody right now is in that energy. And see, this is why, because somebody knows that either somebody knows that they're an option and they've been treated as such, or this person is healing from 3 different options or multiple options. Marriage. Okay, so what I'm picking up is that there may have been a couple here that was married and they allowed multiple options into the relationship. And instead of it helping the situation, it fucked it up. So it's kind of like, excuse me, it's like kind of like, not like I don't really want to say an open marriage, but maybe an open marriage. It's kind of the energy that I'm getting. So you have somebody healing, you have somebody that has a bunch of options, and then you have a marriage here. So what that tells me is that maybe one of the options came in between. Somebody is hurting right now because one of the options came in between this marriage. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is somebody that I feel, this is a situation where I feel like whoever's married in this situation was kind of like, honey, I think we should add a third party. Just spice it up a little bit. And then the other person was like, well, okay. So they did it. And maybe it worked out. Then they set them to the side, right? Then you got, well, it's another little joint, that we could possibly try. And they're like, okay, all right. And so they do this maybe a couple of times, but then one of those options, let's just say it was 3, because there are clearly 3 of them here. And this card says one night stand. So this is somebody who said, let's just spruce up the relationship just a little bit. Let's try to incorporate people just to zest it up some. Not really my cup of tea, you know what I'm saying? But let's see. Bottom of the deck. Judgment in reverse, y'all. Cards don't lie. I swear they don't. Cards don't lie. So what this is telling me is that somebody knowingly made the wrong decision. And see what's crazy about this? You see the people are naked. You got 3 people here. If I turn it like this, well, you have multiple people, but right here, front and center, you have 3 people. And this look like a midget. This don't look like a baby. This looks like a midget. You got this woman, you got this man. This could be a child, but it strikes me as a midget because I really don't think they would have a baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But to me, this looks more or less like a midget because they got strong arms. That's not no baby. That's a anyway. But with judgment being in reverse, not to mention these people, it's 3 people. Now, the people in the back are bland. They're clear. You can't really see them. You know what I'm saying? Or they're black. You can't really see these people. And it's 3 people over there too. But right here, front and center, you see 3 energies, just like right here. So I feel like somebody knew that they were making the wrong decision. Internally, they knew this is not going to work. You know, let's just not do it. But they did it. And the results of that was heartbreak. And now you're forced to have to heal yourself from a situation that you really didn't want to be a part of in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So somebody allowed third parties to ruin their relationship. Somebody knew that these third parties was going to ruin their relationship or ruin the situation because I don't think they wanted it in the beginning anyway. See? See? Yes. Like somebody wanted to incorporate other people into this happy family. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let's put these options. We already, me and you have a family. We may have kids, but let's just make this a little bit more juicy. Let's make it a little bit more zesty. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it a little bit more entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Let's spruce it up just a little bit. So, and see, you have the 10 of Cups here. This is a already happy family. Then you have the wedding rings. So I feel like there's a couple here who this couple decided to incorporate other people into their marriage. And ultimately, it was not a good idea. It was not a good idea. Deep down, whoever this is knows that it was not a good idea to do that. Because now these options are trying to interfere with this 10 of Cups. These unconditional string along one night stands are now interfering with our marriage. See, people always try to do shit without thinking shit through. Like people don't think about the repercussions of their actions. You know what I'm saying? People just be wanting to do shit because they see other people do it. And you don't realize that these other people that are trying to show you or present you this lifestyle, they're fucked up. They're fucked up. They're miserable, but they're at a party and they got to put on a good face. Like that shit is not worth it. That's why I was telling my boyfriend the other day, like we were having a conversation and my thing is a relationship, in my opinion, are for people who want to be exclusive. If you know that you want to have other people in your relationship, then stay single. Live your single life. Do whatever the fuck you want to do while you're single. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, y'all. This irritates me. I hate when my hair sticks up like that. But anyway, live the single life. It doesn't mean that whoever you're in love with, you can't be friends with them or have a relationship with them. It's just have a single one. Don't try to have no exclusive shit with me if you know you're going to have other people, because it generally never works. It never works the fuck out. It doesn't work out. There's always going to be a problem, because when you start incorporating people, jealousy starts to come in, especially if it's good. It's like, well, shit, this shit is good. And my thing is, this was only supposed to happen one time. We were supposed to have it was his birthday, it was her birthday, and we just wanted, we've been together for a while, we've been happy, we just wanted to, entertain ourselves a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, which is fine. But it's like, if you two as a couple are not mentally strong enough to deal with it, it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? And I'll even give you a I'll even give you a quick little story time. Before I met my dude, this was a couple years ago. I was on Facebook and this dude, he was a musician. He hit my line and was asking me if I wanted to be a third in his marriage. And it took me completely off guard because I'm like, what? So he's telling me and my wife, we talked about it. He was black, the wife was white. He was like, me, and they had a son. They had I think the little boy was like 3 years old, 2 or 3 years old. I think he might have been 3. And he's like, you know, me and my wife talked about it, and we like you. We watch you. You know, we've seen you on social media. You're funny. You got a good sense of humor. Like we like you, and we want to see if you would be willing to be the third in our situation. So we literally went out to it was what is the it was a like cafe. Well, first we went to like a little bar and grill, and we just talked casually as friends. Nothing happened. Then the second time we went out to like, it was like another bar. It was like third good Marshall bar. It was a bar in downtown Dallas. We were in downtown Dallas, and we were at a bar, and we were all talking. And the first time that we went out was just literally just to meet each other, mingle, have drinks, and just pick up each other's energy. We were out maybe about 30 minutes, an hour. The second time we went out, it was to literally just kind of talk about the dynamics of how it was going to work. We were going to come up with, you know, how like we had decided we were all going to be in a group chat together. When we did talk to each other, it would be in a group chat, so nobody felt a little bit more than the other. When we did talk to each other, you know, the other one would know about it. You know what I'm saying? So we would all together as 3. And so initially I was just kind of like, I don't know, but hey, I'm an Aquarius. Let's try it and see, you know, what happens. On top of the fact that I wasn't really into Caucasian people. It's not that I have anything against them. I just don't really know how to relate. And she was white. Like she was Becky Sue white. And he was black. You know what I'm saying? He was a musician and she ran a bakery. And so, you know, it was an odd couple, but they were cool people. You know what I'm saying? Talking to them individually and together, they were cool people. Well, when we went out the second time, the girl went to the bathroom. When she came out of the bathroom, she was pissed the fuck off. She was mad. She was angry. She was fucking frustrated. And me and him sitting here looking like, well, what the fuck is wrong with you? Mind you, we're in a bar with majority white people. You know what I'm saying? Downtown Dallas, we in a bar with a few white people. And then the table next to us, there were 2 big ass white men who look like we don't play with our white women like that. So what the fuck are you 2 blacks doing to our white woman? You know what I'm saying? It was that type of fucking energy. And so I'm sitting here like, and I'm talking about she's slapping the table. She's like, I can't do this shit. I can't do this shit. And she's going to fuck off. And I'm sitting here like, bitch, don't be in here embarrassing us. Like, what the fuck that happened in that bathroom? Okay. For whatever reason, she was saying, he goes and he says, oh, I'm gonna go get the car and we're gonna have to go because she doing too much. So when he went to get the car, I asked her, I'm like, dog, what the fuck? Like, what is the problem? Like, you creating a scene. What is wrong? And she's like, you know what? You're the only person that he actually asked me to incorporate in our relationship. And I'm like, what? Every other female that he's brought around, he's cheated or tried to keep secret. There's no other girl that he has been with that he's actually told me about. They have been married for 5 years. And in that 5 years, this man had not been faithful to her more than a month straight. So he pretty much cheated the entire 5 years. She said he had not been faithful to her longer than a period of 1 month. 1 fucking month. She said she even went to her grandmother's funeral. He decided he had work to do, so he couldn't go. She went to her grandmother's funeral, okay? When she came home early, because she said it got to be too much, the family was arguing, so she left and came home. She said when she came home, this dude was literally knee deep in another female in their bed, and their baby was sleeping in the other fucking room. I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, he's cheated on me so much that when he asked me if you could be a part of it, it kind of put me at ease to an extent. And I'm just like, are you fucking serious? Well, why didn't you say anything? She's like, well, I really liked you. I thought you were cool. You were funny. You know how to dress, you know, and I thought maybe it would work out, but I can't deal with it. And I said, you know what? That just lets me know that this shit is not for me neither. It's really not. I was second guessing it, but I said, well, let's just see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, I'm glad nothing ever happened between us, but it's just the fact that you can't always incorporate people into your dynamic or your experience, especially when you're romantic with them. Like, it generally does not work. And a lot of you all are not mentally strong enough to deal with it. Last thing before I pick this last card, because I gotta go. There was a three person couple on YouTube. They were trying to be big YouTubers, and it was a black dude and he had two black girls, and they were supposedly all in a relationship together. They were doing a video talking about their relationship and how they, you know, how their relationship runs. You could literally tell he was the only person cool with it. The two females, you can tell by their responses. Every time he would say something, or this one over here would say something, this one is like, and then when this one would say something, this one is over here like, but y'all all supposed to be a couple, and he in the middle. Yeah, I mean, I got my two girls, you know, we be getting down, and I mean, shit, life is good. And they both sitting here like, yeah, life good. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, y'all, if you really are not the type, if you have any doubt, when in doubt, wash it out. Like dishes. If you doubt that the dish is clean, it doesn't matter how it looks, wash it out still. Wash it out. Even if you got to wash it twice, wash it out. Don't just eat out of it, because you never know what the fuck may be in it. What is this? The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I didn't know if that was the 7 or the 9, but that's the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody feels left out of this relationship, this wedding, or not marriage is what I'm trying to say. Somebody feels left out. Somebody don't feel established. Somebody feels like this relationship don't have no foundation to it. It's like, yeah, we married, but that's it. We're just married. There's nothing else here. We're just married. You know what I'm saying? And somebody feels single. They feel lonely. They don't feel like they have the money to stand alone on their own. And this may be one of the reasons why. It's kind of like, this could be the situation where somebody is taking care of the other person. We're married. It's like, we're married and I'm taking care of you. And one of the stipulations to this, since you're getting the ring, you're getting the benefits, you're getting all of this shit, you're getting the family, you're getting the time, the energy, the house, the car, all of that, bills paid. One of those conditions is that I have to have options, whether this is the female or the male, the masculine or the feminine. It doesn't matter. It can go either way. Okay. But somebody is like, one of the stipulations to having all of this is that we got to have somebody or somebody's. And somebody is like, I don't feel married. I feel single. I feel single. I feel like I don't have a foundation. I feel like, and this is the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like, I don't feel like I have anything. I don't have anything to offer. I don't have any money. I don't have any form of stability. And I'm married to you and still don't feel like I have any type of stability. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I have any. So this is one of those situations where you have somebody who is now trying to heal from a bad decision that they've made. They made a really bad decision, and this decision is going to cost them. It's going to cost them their family, but this person don't feel like a house is a home. But a house is not a home if you're not there beside me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just feels like this was a really, really bad decision. It was a bad decision. And now this decision has literally corrupted this 10 of cups that we have, because now I feel isolated. When this is single, independent, happy, but when it's in the reverse, you single and you're not independent, you're not happy, you're not financially stable. This 10 of cups was the only thing that was keeping you afloat. But now that these options have come into play, your wedding or your marriage ain't shit. And this is really where somebody wants to be. If you don't, you better.